Hi, it's Sykes from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today's book is The Hard Luck Mutt from 1985. So let's get started. I first saw the mutt on Friday morning. He was scrounging by the dumpster behind the school. Hey, look at that mangy mutt, I yelled at my friend Ron, and we both ran into the alley. That's the ugliest mutt I had ever seen, Ron said. The mutt was ugly, all right. His brown fur was matted and dirty. His belly was sagging like a deflated football. Ugly mutt, I yelled. At that, the mutt turned and sneered at us. Then he took off and disappeared behind the garbage. I saw the mutt again on Saturday. He was in the alley behind our apartment house. The ugly mutt had dumped over our garbage cans. Then he trashed all over the place. I knew who would have to clean it up. Me. Get out of there, I yelled from the back steps. But the mutt didn't move. He was chewing the cheese off an old pizza box. Hey, scram, I yelled again. Then I stepped into the yard and picked up a rock. I was about to throw it when the mutt bared his teeth at me. Grr, he growled low in his throat. His yellow eyes narrowed, and I stepped back. The mutt kept growling as he ran with the box. Later, I told Ron about the mutt. That dog is mean, I said, and he dumped our garbage cans. Then let's get him, Ron said. We started down the alley looking for the ugly mutt. Ron grabbed an old rake, and I picked up a handful of sharp rocks. I don't see him, Ron said. Just then, a streak of brown flashed across the alley. Then, why, there he goes, I yelled, behind that brick garbage. We took off after the mutt, chasing him between the two garbage. I think we got him cornered, Ron said. I saw the mutt head peeking around the corner. Here for dumping our garbage, I yelled, and pitched one of the rocks. The dog yelped and pulled its head back. That when we decided to make it a game. 2 points if you get him on the head. I said 5 points if you hit his rump. I pitched another rock and missed. What if I get him with the rake? Ron asked. Do I get 10 points? Somehow the mutt escaped through a yard with a broken fence, but we was right behind him. We cornered him again in the next block, behind a house in a cyclone fence. We got him now, I yelled. He can't get away. The mutt lowered his ugly head and curled back his lip. When he snared, Ron jabbed the rake at his head. I pierced him with another rock. 5 points, Ron laughed. You hit his rump. Suddenly, something crashed behind us. Before I could turn, someone grabbed my shoulder and yelled, What you fellas doing to that dog? Strong hand spun me around. Mr. T croaked. I thought I was dreaming. I didn't expect to see Mr. T in my neighborhood, but there he was, big and wide and angry. I asked a question. Mr. T boomed. What you doing to that mutt? We are chasing him out of the garbage. I gulped. Yeah, we must. Wait, we just running the mutt off, Ron said. Mr. T pointed his fist at the rake. What that? Looked like you was wanting to cause him pain. The mutt sneered at us, I explained. He showed us his teeth and growl. Mr. T gapped my soldier harder, his muscle bulging under his shirt. He ain't snoring now, he said. Looks scared and hungry. Looks like one hard luck mutt to me. I looked at the mutt. He was lying against the fence, patting harder. His tongue hung out of his mouth like a wet rag. The mutt didn't look mean at all. Tormenting a stray mutt is not good sport. Like you do seem to think, Mr. T said. It's cruel. I was glad Mr. T didn't know about our slingshot and how we aimed at birds and squirrels sometimes. I dropped my rock and Ron threw the rake into the alley. Just then, a woman opened the back door of her house. Something wrong out there, she asked. Mr. T crossed the yard. We heard him tell the woman to call the animal shelter. Then Mr. T crunched down between the dog and us. Good old dog. You gonna be all right, he says softly. The mutt tail began to wag and it scooted closer to Mr. T on its belly. The mutt didn't look so ugly close up. Soon a van from the animal shelter pulled into the alley. A woman got out and coaxed the mutt into the van with a pan of dog food. Thanks for calling us, she said. She told Mr. T. The dog needs food and shelter badly. We all watched the van drove off. Then Mr. T picked up the rake and handed it to Ron. Mr. T gasped my soldier again, but not hard. God made that stray mutt, Mr. T said, and God don't make no trash. He walked us to the end of the alley. Gotta go now, he said. Ron and I waited until Mr. T turned the corner. Then we crossed the street. That mutt wasn't so ugly after all, Ron said. I bet they find him a home real quick. I just nodded. I was thinking about tossing my slingshot in the garbage can when I got home. So that was the Hard Luck Mutt from 1985. If you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.